Hi everybody, thanks for watching. So one of the benefits of living where I live is that it allows me to bring you guys some testing on the Mavic Pro and the Mavic Air when it comes to extreme conditions. I like to test the limits of these drones, and I can show you guys some of the things that you normally wouldn't be able to see living in a warm climate. And so I live in the state of North Dakota, and the temperatures and the wind and everything range so much that it allows me to test some fun things. And so what I'm going to test today is we actually have a wind chill warning, a high wind warning. And so what I wanted to do is test the Mavic Air and its ability to fly against the wind. And then I'm going to compare that to the Mavic Pro. Now I've kind of done a little bit of Mavic Pro high wind testing, but I wanted to do these on the same day and compare them side by side to see how they perform. And so I think it's about 17 miles per hour wind right now sustained, and gusts up to 28 miles per hour. And so I think that's pretty significant wind. You know, this isn't a real practical test. Probably most of you aren't going to fly in conditions like this, but you never know. If you're flying up at a higher altitude than where you are, the winds might be worse than where you are on the ground. And so this is a good test, I think, to see how these drones are going to react when they come into contact with some high winds. So let's get this up in the air. I'm actually going to do the video from inside my vehicle today because it is 40 below wind chill right now and I don't want to be outside. So let's get it up and see how it does. Hey, I just want to let you guys know I just got done conducting this test, and what I did at the end, I did a really quick test to check the maximum speed of the Mavic Air with this kind of wind, and I actually found a really surprising and really useful fail-safe on the Mavic Air that's not on the Mavic Pro. So make sure you guys watch it all the way to the end. It's really cool. Okay, so first we're going to fly against the wind, and I really want to see what the maximum speed is as we're flying against the wind. So we're going to head west northwest. That's the direction that the wind is from, and we're going to fly at about 150 feet. So I'll bring it up to 150 feet. We're going to see how it holds position right there. Oh my gosh, it is not holding position very well. So let's go ahead and bring it down a little bit. Let's bring it down to 125 feet. And as you can see, we're getting the high wind velocity warnings there. Okay, let's go ahead and fly directly against the wind. Wow, look at that. I am traveling against the wind at 18 miles per hour. Huh, how about that? So now it's slowing down, 15 to 17. Let's go ahead and go up a little bit. Let's go back up to 150 feet. 160 feet. Wow, not bad at all. Let's go ahead and head north. Alright, let's try this. Let's go north. Maybe the wind is more from the north. No, we are getting 19 miles per hour. So, wow, that's pretty impressive. Now we're going to turn around and we will come back with the wind. We're getting about 21 miles per hour. And then let's go ahead and head south. Still getting 19.8 miles per hour, a little bit less, 16. So it varies, and we're flying in a crosswind right now because the wind is coming from the west. 9 miles per hour with a crosswind. Going directly into the wind to the west. Oh, there we go. Now it's only getting 8 miles per hour, 11, 12. So the wind is definitely gusting up and down. I think that's the issue. You know, we were getting a higher speed at the beginning because maybe the wind wasn't so bad. So right now getting about 14 miles per hour. 12, 10. All right, so there you can see as the wind picked up that it didn't do as well. Let's go ahead and head back into the wind again, and let's put it in sport mode, since the wind is a little bit higher right now it seems, and see how it does in sport mode against the wind. About 20, 22, 23 miles per hour. 26. So that's not bad. Let's go ahead and turn around. We'll come back with the wind. Holy cow. We have a racing drone, ladies and gentlemen. 46 miles per hour coming back with the wind. Holy cow. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's bring that down and let's put the Mavic Pro up and see how that does against the wind. You know what? Another thing I want to test right here. I want to see how the return to home does with this kind of wind. Right now it still says 17 miles per hour on the wind. So let's see. Let's just leave it right here. We'll go up to about 130 feet. I'm going to go ahead and hit the return to home. And let's see how it does. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop it because it is not going to land where it's supposed to. Cancel that. Back up a little bit here. So, return to home is not working very well in the wind. At least not on that trial. Okay, so let's get the Mavic Pro up and see how that does in this same situation. Alright, so let's give this one a try. Let's go ahead and fly forward. We are now flying northwest directly into the wind. 19 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour. Maybe this wind direction is incorrect because, well, let's try this first. Let's go north. And we're peaking at about 20 miles per hour. And let's go ahead and turn around and go south. And this is where we noticed the Mavic Air went a lot slower. We're hitting about 16 and a half miles per hour. So not too bad. Let's go ahead and turn west. There's the high wind velocity warning. And so now we're getting only about 8 miles per hour. So again, I think the wind is just gusting up and down so much. Like right now I have it maxed out and I'm only going 8 miles per hour. So definitely wind is going up and down. Let's turn a little bit north. And then we're getting up to 13 miles per hour. I'm going to kind of circle around a little bit here. And there we are flying directly into the wind, west-northwest, and we are getting 10 miles per hour. So let's flip it into sport mode and fly against the wind. And it's getting up to about 22 miles per hour, so not too bad. 23 and a half, 24, 26 miles per hour looks like the peak. And we'll turn around and we will do sport mode going with the wind just to see how fast we can get it. and it looks like we're peaking out at about 41 miles per hour. And so the Mavic Air actually got, I would say, significantly faster than the Mavic Pro. And again, that could be depending upon the gusting winds, but it seems to me like the Mavic Air did pretty well against the wind. I think it did just as well as the Mavic Pro. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this back home. Okay, let's go ahead and hit return to home and see how the Mavic Pro does with this kind of wind. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop it because it is obviously not working very well either. And so neither the Mavic Pro or the Mavic Air did return to home very accurately with these higher winds. So just keep that in mind if you do happen to hit return to home. It's not bad. It's about 10 feet away, I think, either way for the Mavic Pro or the Mavic Air. But just so you guys are aware, if you're in a situation where you need to have an accurate landing for a return to home, oh my gosh, there we go. Just be aware that if you need to have an accurate landing for return to home, just be sure that the surroundings where you launch from is going to be safe to land in, just in case there's an issue with the high wind return to home. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this inside. We're going to compare those numbers. It looks to me initially that these are pretty close. It looks like the Mavic Air got a lot faster flying with the wind in sport mode than the Mavic Pro did. I think they both performed about the same against the wind. And so I think if you get in a sticky situation and you get in some high winds, that I think you're going to be okay with the Mavic Air. And there was some speculation on whether the Mavic Air was going to be able to handle conditions like that, and I think it performed quite well, at least when it's compared to the Mavic Pro. Hey guys, I just wanted to check one more thing. I want to see how fast we can get this thing going. Since it is pretty windy right now, you can see right there on the camera, the snow's blowing a little bit more. But let's get it up in the air and see how fast we can actually get this thing going. I'm going to try different altitudes and see. Now I don't have much battery left. I only have about 56% battery. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get right to this. We're going to head up to... First, we will try 100 feet. All right, so let's go at about 100 feet and go into sport mode. High wind velocity warning. All right, here we go. Straight ahead. Holy cow. That thing really pitches, doesn't it? About 47 miles per hour. All right, let's head up to 200 feet. Actually less, about 36 miles per hour. And let's go up one more time to 300 feet, and it's a little bit less. So really not any faster up higher. I thought it would be faster as you went up higher because the wind speed is going to be more at a higher altitude, but it didn't look like that. So I am in sport mode right now, just flying at straight against the wind, going 23 miles per hour. And look at that battery go down. Propulsion battery has been limited to ensure... Oh, look at that. It slows down to make sure that you have enough battery to get back home. Well, that is very interesting. Let's go ahead and take it out of sport mode and see what happens when we yeah, look at that. It actually conserves battery power to make sure that you get home okay. Okay, that is really cool. Let's put it in sport mode. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, it limits your speed. Right now, 17, 18 miles per hour. And so that is definitely a really cool failsafe. It makes sure that you have enough battery to get home. So even though I was in sport mode flying against the wind, I want to get home as quickly as possible just to make sure I don't run out of battery. It actually knows how much battery you're going to need to get home, and then and then it controls your speed to preserve the battery enough for you to get home. So, wow, that is very, very cool, and a very nice safeguard to have. So, look at that. I actually surprised myself with a little surprise test there. So, guys, just be aware of that. And, you know, if you get too far away from home, your speed's going to be limited based upon your remaining battery. So, pretty cool. Okay, I want to try this return to home one more time, because that's kind of bugging me, that it's not being able to return to home properly. Alright, let's head over here a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to fly away from home just a little bit. Still in sport mode, so I'm going to switch that off. Alright, let's hit return to home and see what happens.
Okay, it's correcting. So far it looks much better than the first time.
Wow, look at that. I'm going to put the gimbal down here, make sure. Wow, look at that. Perfect landing. So, wow, it has redeemed itself with the return to landing. So, that's nice to know as well. You know, I was a little disappointed in the first one, but this one seemed to work okay. And the wind is about the same as it was for the first test. So, I learned a lot today. I hope you guys did too. So that's all I have for today's video, you guys. Hopefully I taught you something, brought you something of value. If I did, go ahead and click on that thumbs up button, that like button. If you have any questions or comments at all, go ahead and put those down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you're not a subscriber, you're just swinging by checking this out, and you want to see more Mavic Air and Mavic Pro videos, click on that subscribe button and join this community. I want to thank you guys sincerely for watching, and as always, fly safe and fly smart.